and I wasn't eating very well at all. Um, but since then, fast forward, I have lost over 80 pounds, many inches. Um, I've I was at a 22, 24, and now I'm down to a 14, 16. My shirt size, I've had to like completely clean out my closet because I went from a 2X down to a large. So I no longer have bloating. I don't have all the painful inflammation. I think that was a lot of my some of my problems was the inflammation. It was just wearing on every part of my body. Um, I have been off my antidepressants for almost a year and a half. Um, and I don't have that foot pain anymore, which is great because it would hurt so bad. My tummy issues are gone. And I stick with the products, been consistent on them, and so it's really helped to keep regular. Um, and I don't suffer from the headaches daily, which is nice. I have the extra energy to run around with the kids. Our grandson lives with us too, so Corbin's 5 and my grandson's 4, so they're busy all the time. And so it's been really great to be able to do more with them, besides, stand and watch because I couldn't, chase them or run them or, go up the slide or whatever. Um, so my biggest thing for everyone is, for me, it's not just about the motivation. You also have to be determined to want to change your lifestyle, want to change your health, and being consistent is definitely my number one. If I know everybody says that if you take the products, they work, and that's completely true. You got to keep that routine, and if you are already on Plexus products, or if you're just getting started or haven't started yet, um, definitely stay in touch with your sponsor because they can help you um, build a routine and help you stick with it. They're going to be a good support system for you. But also on top of all of that, you have to, like I said, need that change. So definitely has been a blessing for me. I can truly say that Plexus has saved my life. And it's helped me become a better person, a better teacher, a better mom, a better wife. And As far as like the biz side of it, gosh, man, I know even just last year, we were going through some financial trouble, not really trouble, but we struggled. But if it wasn't for Plexus, we never would have made it. And I know that. And it's been a blessing, you know, as a teacher, like I said, you only have a certain amount, that you get paid. And once all the bills come out, we weren't even making it to payday. But because of Plexus, we've been able to, pay our bills and still have extra, to be able to buy more groceries or whatever, especially with having a second toddler in the house. That's been very, very helpful. And I just knew that, when my sponsor started me, it was a blessing, and she was a blessing to me. And so I just always want to share that with anybody I can, because I mean, I can say that, the products work, and, you got to give them that chance. You got to give it the time to let it help you. It's going to work with your body. So, yeah, that's my story.
Thank you so much for sharing, Rebecca. You need to go back and read the chat because I agree with every single one of those comments. You're incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that. But what I love even more, y'all, is like I put these before and afters on here just because I feel like people like a visual. But honestly, it's what happens on the inside that I just love hearing that you can't see. And it's not about the weight loss. Like, yes, isn't nice, sure. But it's like when your whole life is transformed, but honestly, it's like, who cares about the weight loss? Like you would, I mean, yes, we like it, but yeah. I mean, when you feel good and with a story like that, it's like everything on the inside that's changed. That's something you just can't see in a picture that I just love so much. So thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing that. I know that's very vulnerable. Okay, next we have Melissa. She is going to share about, she's actually hasn't been with Plexus too long. So a lot of people, y'all too, you think, well, I thought this too with network marketing was, oh, well, there's a few people that get in at the beginning and they, get super rich, and then everyone else is kind of just left there. That's not how it goes at all. You can get in at any time, but also it's not like you have to be like a multimillionaire in network marketing or nothing. It can be just like Rebecka said, like helping with the mortgage, helping with bills, helping when you just feel like you're underwater and can't survive. It can be the amount of money that floats you to where you need to be. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And that's why I love pulling people on here that are newer, because they can tell you like, look, I just got started. It's not too late. So Melissa, if you could unmute and share your story, we would love to hear it.
Okay, I'm here. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Hey, Bambi. I just wanted to share. I have just started, really. I'm such a newbie. July 2023, I have been watching Haley and Allie's stories. They're like my neighbors. We have a long, long history. I've known them forever. And I kept watching their stories and kept watching. And truly, I was at one of the, hang on. I didn't want to get emotional, but it's been life changing. When you have been in that dark place and you don't go nowhere but to work and to home, and you finally get to see the light again, this is truly where I want to be. The friendships, I don't even know you guys from Texas, but I feel like you're one of my best friends, because the support with this group is like no other. RA had me, rheumatoid had me, Sjogren's syndrome had me, and it took me to the bottom. You wouldn't know it though when I went to work, because nobody wants to hear you complain. Nobody wants to know all that. So you put on that face, you put on that facade, you walk in the building, and you pretend like your life's together. Because nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to hear it. So I didn't say nothing. But one time during this 10-year stint with RA and Sjogren's, I was up to 16 pills a day, consuming, and it was a pill to help another. It's like that Band-Aid. I just kept putting a Band-Aid on top of a Band-Aid to get through the days, to get through the weeks, and it was hard. And I have 3 kids, 3 boys, 2 of which is grown and one is 16. And so they saw me come in, lay on the couch, do nothing else. And then my grands, they didn't understand why I didn't get up and just go everywhere and do everything with them. And I wanted to, but my body wouldn't let me. I was the biggest I'd ever been in my whole entire life. This past summer, in that picture on the right or the left, in the blue, I was actually on a beta convention with my kids. And when they snapped that picture, and we was on the Ark, and that was in front of the big door on the Ark in Kentucky. And I looked at that picture and I was like, this is it. This is it. I have got to change. Something's got to give. And I researched, y'all. I dig and I dig and I dig, and I looked at sea moss and you name it, anything. I was just searching for anything to get me better. So I thought, what do I have to lose? I see Haley and Allie, posting this. What's $100 when you feel this bad? What's $150 when you feel this bad? If it doesn't work, I get my money back. So I started with the reset and went all in, and I can't tell you the difference just with the reset. It reset my body. I would go 7 to 9 days without having a bowel movement. I never slept a full night. If I got 6 hours of sleep, I was blessed. Waking up just with the fatigue, and I couldn't walk. My feet hurt, my leg, every joint was just agonizing. And so, I don't know. I needed the energy. I needed my life back. I wanted my life back. And I was sick of RA controlling me. I wanted to control it. And so as I stand here today, I control it now. It doesn't control me. I have taken all the medicines. They are gone. I have one, and it was for my anxiety, my nerves. And I guess you could say I'm addicted to it. Didn't even know it was that kind of a drug. They don't tell you that when they give it to you either. So I'm not depressed anymore. I don't take naps anymore. I take and go places with my babies. My kids, when they started seeing the difference, my 16-year-old said, "Mom, you're happier. I can tell this stuff's working because you smile and you act happy again." So I'm a lifer. And that's why I do what I do. And my husband has a successful business doing heat and air, and he, from the ground up, he's worked his life and his butt off for us. And so I didn't join and just start selling for the money per se. Yes, I need it. It was great. The reason I want to sell it is I want people to see what it can do for them. I want people that feels as bad as I felt. I want them to feel like I feel now. That's why I sell the product. That's why I share the product, because I want them to do it to feel better. I want those phone calls. I want those text messages. I want to hear them. I want their testimonies to be heard, and I want to be a part of that. That's just why I do what I do. And yeah, that's my story. I'm a lifer. RA doesn't have me. I have it now. And I feel like a new woman. Thank y'all for letting me share.
I love that. Thank you so much, Melissa. I love that too, how it's like your ministry now. I love that so much. Okay, call's over after those stories. So good. Like, can I even go anything for there? Thank you so much for sharing. I didn't know that. What's so fun is like, I know Melissa down through Plexus, but just hearing people's story, I love it because it totally reignites your belief too. You're like, these products are freaking awesome. They're so good quality. So the people that are like, oh, I saw this on Google. I'm like, girl, get off Google. Like, the products are legit. Okay, so now we're going to talk about a little bit about social selling, what it's about, what that means. So there's a million different names for it: network marketing, direct sales, people are saying social selling now. It literally is network marketing. Like, it's all the same thing. People just change the name based on what they think is catchy. So the benefits of it, it's really low risk. So you don't have to have a lot of buy-in. Like Melissa said, what's $150 when you feel like this? It's actually not even that expensive the first time, unless you get a bigger combo, which I would recommend because it's a better deal, better value, but it's really low risk. Like she said, what's the worst that happens? You don't like it, then you're exactly where you are right now. People have started way dumber businesses and spent way more money, and people are like, woo, congratulations. Like, when someone says they start a company, you're like, okay, they also have a lot of debt that came with that company, but people don't see that. But network marketing is not like that. You literally buy your products, you pay $10, and you have a startup business. They have quality products, as you hear. I feel like I'm not even going to touch on that, because how could you hear those stories and not believe that they're great? Portability, you can go with it anywhere. Literally, I'm on my bedroom floor right now trying to get my baby happy. No educational requirements. A lot of jobs now. I have a babysitter, she's awesome, but she's like, man, I'm only 34, so I haven't been out of college that long, but she's like, oh no, you have to have like a master's now to get any good job. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, that's a lot of freaking debt is all I see whenever people do that. I actually was a teacher because I was on a full ride scholarship, and what I wanted to be, which was an architect, I had to go to school for another year, and I was like, nope, can't do that. My scholarship is running out. So I went to my advisor and was like, what can I be? And basically, teacher was it. So that's how I landed to be a teacher. So there's so many requirements and money spent for people trying to get raises, and you just don't need that. You learn as you go. No one knows how to do network marketing before you do it, unless you're someone who is in sales, but you've got experience from your sales job. So And that's something that you learn as you go. Plexus pays you whether you know what you're doing or you don't know what you're doing. For the first, sometimes still, like I got to check in my bank account the other day. I'm like, what is this money from? But like, I'm not questioning it. I'm going to take it and put it in my bank account. But they're going to pay you regardless of if you know what you're doing or not. If you sell the product, you're going to get money. Residual income. So like I said, y'all, I've had 3 babies since I started Plexus, and there's been lots of slumps in there with like the way I feel. I had really hard pregnancies. So what was awesome is me being able to take that time and then also deciding when I had my babies, like, I don't want to do Plexus for 3 months. I want to take 3 months and enjoy the newborn phase. I was able to do that and still make money. And in some cases, my paycheck even went up when I did not clock in for 1 second. So that's what's awesome about residual income. It's not just a one-time thing. It's the gift that keeps on giving. The income potential is not capped. Like it was not on purpose that all 3 were teachers on here, but there are a lot of places where income is capped, and no matter how hard you're working, it's so frustrating. Like as a teacher, whatever I do, like I'm going to commit and I'm going to do to the best of my abilities. But it was so frustrating to see the teacher next door that was literally doing nothing, getting there right, like basically walking in as the kids were walking into their classroom in the morning, and then they'd walk out with their lunchbox when the kids were walking out to go home, and they're getting paid the same, if not more than me, because they taught for more years. I'm like, what kind of freaking crock is this? So I love that the income potential is not capped. You get your time back. So what I love, I just kept thinking today is I sat on the couch pretty much all day with him because he would not let me put him down today for being sick. And, I couldn't help but be so thankful and think about the Sunday blues that I always had as a teacher. And if there was a Sunday and I wasn't able to meal prep, do all my laundry, clean the house, I would have been so stressed and trying to rush to put him in bed. But instead I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this quarterback series on Netflix and just sit here and hang out with my kid, because that's what life is about. And so I'm just so thankful that I'm not stressed tonight, because tomorrow I know, you know what? I still have to do Plexus. Like I'm still going to get my Plexus stuff done because this is my like income now, but I can do it slow. I don't have to rush him out of bed. I don't have to do anything like that. I can live on my time, and that's so different than what it was when I was teaching. I would be trying to figure out what to do with him, getting sub plans ready. Like I'm getting stressed even thinking about what it would have been like. So I'm just so thankful that really now I can say this 9 years later, I can appreciate the time that this has given me. Appreciation, recognition. Again, when I was teaching, I don't even think I got like a Kit Kat from my principal for good job. But with this, you get so many bonuses, so much recognition, to the point where like one of my friend's kids are like 11. They come over all the time. It's so funny. They came in one day. They were like, does Plexus just give you everything nice in your house? Because every gift they send is branded. I have like an Alexa home. I have like all this stuff and it's all Plexus branded. I'm like, yeah, now that you say that, like, yeah, Plexus does give me a lot of stuff. So it's pretty funny. Personal development, that's something that I didn't realize was going to be something I loved, but I look at the person I was 9 years ago and the person I am now, and I don't even recognize the person I was back then. Like I couldn't blame myself. I was just like a kid trying to make it, but so much growth has happened from it that I'm like, wow, even if Plexus were to collapse today, I know that I could go out and do something incredible because of the skills that I've gotten here. And then the community, everyone here spoke for the community, and I agree completely. It's almost to the point where like our community is so positive and uplifting. When people are not, I'm like, ooh, girl, bye. Like, who are you? Like, why are you so negative? Get out my circle, but that was like the norm whenever I was a teacher. Everyone was so negative, complaining, whining, looking at the negative. And now we just don't have that, which I really, really love. Okay. Let me move. Marissa, your face is in my PowerPoint. Let me move you over real quick. Okay. So what do you get whenever you join our team? So if you have ordered product, you're already on our team. Welcome. If you have not yet, then I'm not going to go over products on here just because of time, but you can talk to the person that invited you. And that would be the next step, is getting a combo. But what you get as far as resources go, if this is something that you're like, yes, I'm intrigued, I would like to potentially earn money doing this. You're joining one of the top teams in Plexus, and I'm like not a gloater person, but I just put that in there for credibility of like, our team is like on the leaderboard every single week for all the things, new people and people that have been here forever. So it's not just, the people that have been here forever making all the bucks. It's everyone. Like everyone wins on our team whenever they commit and follow the system. So speaking of systems, we have systems for sharing, systems for customer care, systems for growing your paycheck, where you want to be financially. We have a system that can get you there. So you're not going to be lost. You're not going to be like, well, what do I do next? Like at this point, I tell people like, if you want to make money on our team, follow our system and you're going to. And if you don't, it's because we just need to edit some things on what you're doing. Because the system that we have, we worked really hard on, and it really works. We have a maintain customer support page. So when I was teaching, I didn't have time to do a lot of customer, like, I'm going to make a Facebook page and do this and do that. So new people now, when they're like, hey, should I make a Facebook page? I'm like, absolutely not. Just plug your people into ours and we do all the work for you and you reap the benefits. Like, you win when you win, we all win. So we want to help everyone win, because everyone wins when everyone wins in Plexus. We also have a stories page. It's more about Plexus. I tell people it's like a Plexus Google. It's basically where when you're chatting with someone about Plexus, you throw them in that page. It has product information. It has incredible stories. So like Melissa was saying about RA, let's say that Melissa was curious about the product. If I was the one talking to her, I could be like, hey, Melissa, I'm going to throw you in this page. Just search RA, and literally anything that we've ever posted in like the past 8 years is going to be in there about RA. So it's going to build belief for them, third-party validation, which is like huge. There's tons of encouragement. As you can see, like Melissa's like, I haven't even met y'all and I love them. And I feel the same way. Sometimes I meet people like at convention or something in person, and then I never really introduce myself. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I've never met you. Sorry, I'm Rachel. Because you just feel like you know everyone. Faith-filled community, as you can see, I feel like our faith is really strong. And I feel like it's also one of those, we meet you where we're at. We meet you where you're at. But also I love how I've been challenged so much in my faith. With it, like in a good way, to grow in my faith since I've been a part of this team. And then of course we're fun. Hi. Okay. And so imagine your life, and this is just me, my fam, then me and my little boy, over here, my other little boy. But imagine your life if you didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck. What if whenever you paid your bills, you didn't have to go to bed at night? Or when you haven't even paid your bills, when like your mortgage comes out and you're like, shoot, and you go to bed so stressed about, okay, we still have electric, we still have the cell phone bill, we still have groceries. How am I going to do this? Like, I have been there, and it sucks. It sucks, and how incredible the health stories are. More people go to bed worried about their finances than their health. Like, they're like, yes, I hurt, but also how can we live? And that's something that causes a stress and a whole lot of health issues in itself. So what if you didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck? What if there was a buffer? What if you didn't have to bounce from credit card to credit card? What if, you paid your bills and you were still able to give abundantly? What if you were able to buy someone's groceries in the store because you wanted to? Like, I know when I was teaching and I was super broke, there were so many times that like someone in front of me, they would be like putting groceries back because they couldn't afford them. And I remember being like, I wish I could just pay for their groceries. Cause that's just me. Like, I love doing that stuff, but I never could. So that was something for me. Like, I want to pay for someone's groceries. And that's just such a blessing to be able to do that and not have to be like, oh crap, if I buy theirs, I can't buy mine type situation. What if I had zero credit card debt? What if, like the credit card debt, I remember that game too, where it's like, you get paid, you're like, woo, I have money. Then you're like, shoot, I just spent $2,000 on my credit card debt. Now I'm broke again before I even paid one bill. And then what if you had more time to do what you truly wanted? Or what if you could follow that dream planted in your heart? A lot of times we feel so stifled because we're like, I want to do this, but how can I even do that if I am suffocating? So just imagine, just take some time on your own. This would be a lot more, you could have some time to think if I wasn't having a crowd baby over here. But just think of those questions whenever you're thinking about, is this something that I want to do? What kind of relief could this bring you, big or small? And then where to go from here. Like I said, you want to get in contact with the person that invited you, and they can get you set up with a combo. If you already have product, that means that you have a referral link. So you are set up to share. So the person that invited you can get they can plug you in, to our systems. They can send you our welcome guide. If you are already ordered up and you have not gotten a welcome guide, or let's say you want to see the welcome guide. You're like, I want to see what you got before I spend $150. Use it. Ask the person that invited you. There's like a gnat in here. Ask the person that invited you for the welcome guide so you can see how great our resources are. Because I think you're going to get a breath of fresh air and think like, oh, wow, they do have a lot to offer. So if you already are ordered up, ask the person that invited you for that. That welcome guide, you can flip through it, and y'all, you could be making money tonight, like for real. And this month, the earning potential, you help one person, you're going to get about $50. You help 3 people. That means 3 people. Melissa helps 3 of her friends, shares her incredible story. Like, how could you not order after hearing that story? She's going to get an extra $350. You help 6, $880. You help 9, you get $1,300. Y'all, Help 12 people. That's more than what I got paid as a teacher monthly. I got paid not even $2,000 as a teacher monthly. So you bet your butt I could find 12 people in order to match my teacher's salary and double my income in 1 month. That's what I love so much about this. Okay, let me stop the share. So I just encourage y'all, get with the person that invited you, have a little chat with them, and just keep your mind open. Don't shut yourself down before you even give it a chance. Cause like Melissa said, what's the worst that happens? You take the product for 60 days and you share, then you're like, it's not for me. You've literally lost nothing. But what if you don't do anything? If you got on this call, it's probably because you do want change. You're not happy with where you are. You would like more in life, depending on what that more is. So you never know. God brings you things in interesting ways sometimes, and you just got to trust him and take that leap and start walking. God can only do something if you start taking steps. So thank y'all so much for coming tonight. Thank you again for sharing y'all stories, Rebecca and Melissa. They were so great. And y'all talk to the person that invited you, and we will see y'all next week, next Sunday, same time. Bye, guys.
Wait. Let me do the drawing.
Oh,
Hold on,
yeah.
don't leave.
Sorry. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. Someone's got to get groceries. Sorry.
I got
You
everybody
have less
ready.
than a minute. Hurry, Marissa. Less than a minute.
Okay. Shoot. Who is it? It is is it Heidi? Heidi Morales.
Yay, Heidi.
All right. Whoever Heidi is, get with the person that invited you so I can get your information.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Marissa. Congrats, Heidi. Bye, guys.